Or what's up? What's up?
What's good, brother? How you doing, man?
Honestly, my
Yeah,
dog's
man.
tweaking. All right, I'm straight. I'm straight. What you been up to though?
Uh, Today honestly just been just absorbing all the value we be getting, man. Just Torian, Hassan, Eden, just grateful for it all. Honestly, just taking down, absorbing, and then just applying it. How's things been with
Word,
you?
word, word. Definitely not. I've definitely been like tapping in more, like, cause something's got to give. That's how I see it. Something's got to work. Literally. So I might as well just use my energy for something that's probably gonna, make me successful. What it is, gonna I have no choice. Um, yeah. So as you know, the topic of today is consistency. I really like been thinking about that topic for like since like you texted me. Even before that, it's just a good topic in general.
Mm-hmm.
Um, today, but mainly like the reason why like I chose it is because like I kind of got like confirmation, like especially today, just off of some weird stuff. Like so, basically, like I have a hard time being consistent, like with anything. But today, right, my dad is in the process of making his own sauces and stuff like that. So he makes a specific sauce. It's a barbecue sauce, but it's the way he makes it that I like it. So I'm like, word. So he's making it today. So I was excited, like, yo, about to have some barbecue chicken. It's over, like over after that. So, but I got like a message out of it, like you feel me? Like I'm actually like taking time to meditate and actually listen to God. So I got like a message out of it. And as he was making the sauce, he's like, yo, tell me if it tastes like the last one. I'm like, I got you. So I tasted it. I'm like, nah, it's a little bit gritty. And he was like, it's not the consistency I want it to be. He's like, but I used what's the machine called that you could whisk it manually, but there's a machine, I forget what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
So he was using it. He's like, my arm's getting tired, you feel me? I'm gonna just wait, I'm gonna put it down. He's like, but if I let it sit, it's not gonna taste the same. So I'm like, all right. So I was thinking, I'm like, and this is just a random moment. I'm just thinking about chicken, about to go eat some food. Like, I'm just thinking about that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but then I thought again, and I feel like God spoke to me. Like, it's not the consistency level that it is because you need to put a little more. You need to whisk it a little more effort. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right. What are you trying to tell me? Like, I'm really like, what are you trying to say? Like, what do you like? Cause me and God have everybody has their own unique conversation with God. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, God, I'm hearing you. What are you trying to say? Like, what are you trying to say? He said the reason it doesn't taste the same is because not the consistency level it was before. The amount, he was like, I don't know what happened. Like, talking to me, like, I don't know what happened from this year to last year, but this year you're in a better place, but you're not as consistent as you were last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, so I'm feeling some type of way. I'm like, okay, I didn't really like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I listened. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So my dad kind of like confirmed it. He's like, nah. He's like, I told him what I was thinking. He was like, nah, that's right. He said the reason why the barbecue sauce doesn't taste the same is because I didn't put as much, you know, effort. I didn't put as much, I didn't whisk it as much. I didn't put as much time and effort into making the sauce. I just did it real quick because it's on my memory. He said just because you remember doesn't mean you don't put enough. You don't put that same amount of effort in. So basically, what I got out of that, what I'm trying to tell everybody who's watching, like it doesn't matter your situation, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what you do, how you do it, when you do it. Well, it doesn't matter when you do it. But as long as you're consistent with what you do, and as long as you actually give God, or their higher power, whatever, I should start saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Me, as long as you give your higher power, the praise and stuff he deserves, and actually take time to listen, then you'll get the consistency level that you want. And with being consistent, it comes with, like today, I didn't want to do anything today. I was lazy today. Like I just wasn't feeling it today mentally. I was gonna hit you up like, bro, I don't even know if I could do this today. Like, but I'm like, nah. Like, why? I talk to myself a lot. I'm like, why you keep giving up? Like, why you start something and don't finish it? And that's how I like motivate myself. He said like, and then my dad was like, yo, are you scared of like success? I'm like, no, I want to be successful. So he's like, if God promised you everything to happen tomorrow, but you've been consistent. If God gives you the layout, He gives you the blueprint. You know, everything's promised you already. If He already says it's yours, then why aren't you working for it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I am. And then Hassan hit me with a question last night. I mean, 2 days ago. He's like, "You think it could go harder?" And my dad said the same thing today. He's like, "Do you think it could go harder?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know it could go a little bit harder, but it's draining because I'm the only one. I'm not the only one trying to be successful, but I'm the only one in my family in this specific business. So I'm like, I don't have like it's hard to motivate myself, but I don't have no one with me. Like Brandon Thompson has his brother, not relating us, but it'll be easier. You feel me? I got a partner in crime. So I'm like, it's hard. He's like, you're just gonna have to do it. And yeah, my dad's in the business and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to me because he has his own thing. This is just a launch pad for him. So like I was saying, like being consistent, actually listening to God is key. Because like I said, I was thinking about food. Like I wasn't even thinking about this. Like I was thinking about food, and I'm like, dang, like okay, like all right, I guess I'm listening. But yeah, just consistency is key to anything. Like getting those reps in is like what builds muscles. Like you said the other day, like you gotta get the reps. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
so these past 3 days been like confirmation. I've been actually like I'm listening to Broad Proctor. This man's a goat. Like just actually listening and dissecting what he says it's been helping. I'm like, all right, so I just got to do it. There's no reason. There's
Mm-hmm.
really no reason for me not to. So yeah, that's what I got. That's why I chose consistency today. Like because it was just the topic of the week for me.
Mm-hmm. Because I kind of love consistency as well. Mostly because, like, as you mentioned, like Bob Proctor, like he truly, truly, truly changed my life. And he always talks about the law of attraction. So, like a while back, went and bought the book. Like, I definitely recommend this book. Guys, do not have this book, go and look it up on Google and just try to find a free version or a PDF version, or even buy it or watch a video of it if you want to. But something that it talks about has a quote here, and it says, "Your emotions are a physical indication of your relationship with your inner being." And that really connects with me, mostly because, like, kind of like you mentioned, like sometimes in life, like you're not gonna feel like doing absolutely anything for like a
Yeah,
whole day, a week, a month, like just because of like the worldly things. But something I always try to stress like to people is that the world is filled with distractions. Like God has a vision for you, He puts you in a situation, right? And the thing is, each like opportunity that you come across is a chance for you to get towards that vision. But if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't have the right perspective, that vision is going to become so distant because you're going to be distracted by all the distractions that's going on in your life.
facts.
Certain people are in your life for a reason. Some people are in there for a season. And some
Facts.
people are going to deter you from your goals because, like we mentioned last week, everyone wants to see you be successful, but not more successful than them, right?
Facts.
And that's not the type of people you want to be around. You want to be around people that, push you to that next level. Like, even if they're ahead of you, that can be making 6-7 figures, and they're looking back like, bro, this is how I did it. Let me help you do it. Like, that is the advantage of being in like a solution or opportunity like we are, and being able to partner with so many amazing people. Like, we're honestly learning value from people who have been in our shoes, people who have shifted their mindset, and they're helping us shift it. They're exposing us to people like Bob Proctor, exposing us to people like Bryce, Brandon, Nate, and so forth, right? Those people who have been in our exact shoes, been where we are, but
Facts.
if it's not us taking advantage, we can't blame them for us not being
Yeah,
successful,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like
Exactly.
people who, okay, I'm gonna send you a link to a Bob Proctor video that is gonna break down exactly how you can make $1 million in one day. If you don't watch that, if you don't watch the video, for one,
Facts.
you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. If you
Facts.
don't take notes, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. And if you don't apply what he says in that video, don't expect to make $1 million a day. Even if you do, by some like luck, something happens, it won't be consistent, right? Because do you want to make $1 million in one day, or do you want to make a dollar for the next million days? Right? That is something that people have to realize. Like, no matter what you're going through, you got to shift your mindset to see, hey, I can take advantage of this. Hey, this person helped me get here, so why not actually apply what they taught me so that way I can get to them? And that is the purpose of like having a healthy community, having not necessarily like a small knit community because it can be as big as possible, but surrounding yourself with the right people. But you just got to take advantage of everyone you meet and take advantage of every opportunity that you get, especially those that are free that come by every day. Like you watch something on TV, oh, hey, click this ad and you're going to get 5 points at Subway that you can use. You're going to click the ad to get that 5 points instead of just letting go by. But like, dang, I could have got a free sub if I would have took that 30 seconds and watched that ad. So just take advantage of every little opportunity because you never know what that one opportunity is going to lead to. You can go to Subway. You can meet the person. Like you can meet your soulmate at Subway. You can meet the business partner that you've been looking for to start your business at Subway. But you wouldn't have met them if you never went to Subway.
Facts. That's facts. That's facts. All of you just stay inconsistent. That's facts. Nah, that's definitely facts. It also goes to like just like I feel like consistency ties in like I feel like in order to stay consistent, in order to like continue having that drive every day, you need like to feed not feed yourself, well physically too. You have to feed yourself physically, but like mentally, spiritually, like in order to stay consistent. Because like think about like a car. You feel me? You have to fuel it. Like simple as that. You have to fuel the car for it to keep going. It needs some type of gas. It needs gas to keep going. So like if you fuel yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it is, then that should be your motivation to keep going. And especially if you have an environment that is not good, some people use that could be some people's worst enemy, but some people use it as motivation, and that's why they are consistent. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So that definitely is facts what you said, because you never know what could happen. Like you said, you could meet the person who could take you to Chimney 750 at Subway, and not even know. Mm-hmm. Just because you were just lazy that day. Like you just lazy, you decided not to hop on a Zoom link, or you decided not to just go to an event that's free or something like that. Mm-hmm. But that's facts though. That's definitely facts.
Because your brain is like the biggest muscle in your body. And like I saw a post on Instagram that was like the brain is the biggest muscle in your body. No, yeah, the brain is the biggest muscle in your body and the rest of it follows or something along that lines. Mm-hmm. But that also kind of ties into I have like all my books right here. I'm real weird. But it also ties into a lot what David and Benicio talks about, where he always talks about like the power of belief, right? These are two of his books. But he always talks about the power of belief and honestly how being able to write down like your vision, your goal, and being able to see it every day, like it's gonna be like a constant reminder. So like when you're in a situation kind of like where you don't have no one like around you doing what you do, like you're an entrepreneur. A lot of people don't support being an entrepreneur, especially young. Yeah. When you're like an entrepreneur, you have a vision of, I want to have a 6-figure supplement company, right? You put that down and you work towards it every single day, but you have a constant reminder on your mirror. You have a constant reminder whenever you look at your phone or just whenever you see your life and then you follow the right people on social media, you're going to be like, man, this person's making 7 figures. I need to get there. I got to put in the work. I got to do what they did. And that's why I always try to tell people to take advantage of YouTube. Like we mentioned last week, YouTube University, it is a game changer. Like whatever you want to do in life, YouTube it. And I guarantee there's a video on it. And especially when it comes to shifting your mindset, like there's so many people out there who have different perspectives about the exact same topics. And just being able to learn from those people for free. Like every single day, you can watch infinite YouTube videos for free. And you're able to just interpret it and apply it. And then when it comes to you wanting to create content, I'm talking to all my content creators out there, you got to be consistently posting your content. But the way you get ideas for content is by watching other people's content and you internalize it and then you produce it. So now you're becoming a part of the next generation because someone else is going to idolize you. And something people always tell me that I have to like sit back and think about honestly like these past month is that people are always watching you. And just because you don't post this one video because I don't feel it's going to do good, that could be the video that goes viral. The video that connects with that one person, kind of like we mentioned earlier, that's going to reach back a couple years later, the next day, that is going to take you to that next level. But you can't be afraid of failure. Mm-hmm. Can't be afraid of fear. As I always say, fear is faith in the wrong direction. So if you're afraid to do something now, it's like simple as it is, just let's say making the TikTok. You haven't created a TikTok, you've seen everyone else do it, you want to create the TikTok. You're afraid to make a TikTok. but you want 1 million followers. You want to have to reach like people like Prince Donnell. You know, you want to be able just to post something and it go viral, everyone reposting you. But you're afraid to post a simple piece of content now. Like you don't have to, you know, do all the trending dances. There's multiple different niches out there that you can get into, but you have to be willing to take that step and put yourself out there because the longer you are here, you will not get. Let me get it. Oh, I can't hang on. There you go. The longer you're here,
Right.
the longer you stay here and you're complacent here, the longer it's going to take you to get to this end goal of yours. Because this end goal of yours can be, you know, it doesn't even have to be anything big. But if you're afraid to take that small step, that small minor step, don't expect to see those big results. Like your best friend, they could be trending on TikTok all the time or whatever, but that's them and you're you. Like each person is different. Each person has a different, I guess, not belief, but reason to be here or purpose. That's what I'm looking for. Every person has a different purpose. But just because one person's doing better than the other, you shouldn't compare your results to theirs. Because that person that you're comparing it to might not have that big dream that you got. So you honestly got to push yourself and see, oh, hey, they're doing this. So let me talk to them and figure out what they're doing. Align yourself with people that are heading in the right direction, and that's honestly how you get to growing.
Facts. That's facts. That's facts. It's all about that alignment too. Like you said, you never know. Align yourself with a millionaire that will mentor you, right? And just mess around and become a next millionaire. Like Tori said on his training, if you listen to 5 millionaires, you're most likely to become a millionaire because you have 5 millionaires around you. Like you are a product of your environment. Like we talked about the other week. Also, staying consistent too. It's not gonna just happen. Staying consistent in what they tell you and put in the work because it's not gonna just happen overnight. That's one thing I'm learning as well too. I always say that I came into this business expecting $1 million the next morning. I'm like, no, like it's not realistic. Maybe in the next year, maybe, but some people might be a little quicker, but nah, definitely not overnight. That's what anything too. Anything you like, I'm getting into like real estate because that's I want to do both. I want to do trading and real estate. So I'm like, well, when I want my first house to be mansion, no, it's not gonna happen. Like it could, but the chance of it happening is not because you got to work your way up. Like no, I'm teaching myself that. Like that's just a mindset that I've had since I was young. Because I just need, like I said, I need something to work. Something has to work. Like so, why not? But like it goes back to like you said, aligning yourself with some people who are in that field, I guess, and being consistent. At the end of the day, I feel like those two are the key points to success, to being successful. That's what anything, like just aligning yourself, staying consistent. Simple. Simple as that. That's the two biggest things for me, right? In the right position in life and staying consistent instead of just giving up because things get a little hard or just because I'm lazy or something like that. Like there's days, like multiple days out the week, or like I'll just be like, I don't even know if I can do this. Like I don't even know what I got myself into, but I do. You feel me? I do. Like I'm here for a reason. That's what I'm saying. I tell myself that every morning. Like, I'm here for a reason. I signed up for this for a reason. Even though it's hard right now, but like, no, there's no giving up no more. Like, nah, not anymore. It's time to break that generational curse.
Yeah,
Literally, facts. That's facts. Like, can't do that. Can't do that. That's not a good trend to be on at all. Where does somebody comment? But nah. Dang. Yeah, literally, that's literally been the topic. Like, that's why when you text me today, I'm like, yeah, let me just get back to you because I need to think about it. Like, but nah, consistency, alignment is definitely the like I said before, definitely the 2 points into being successful. Like that's for me. Well, as far as for me, it could be there for anybody else, but those are definitely the things I've been focusing on. Aligning yourself with the right people and being consistent. Simple as that. Simple and easy. But it's like I say it's simple and easy, but it's actually hard work. Like it actually is. Being consistent by itself is hard. Like for some people it comes natural, but for me, no.
Because consistency is all about just taking the next step and
Like,
just being able to just run with that dream. But as kind of like David and Manicia says, like you have to have the belief in yourself in order to
mm,
push every single day. Like you can be
like,
in the perfect environment for like the perfect work environment. You can have the perfect partners for like a project in school. But if y'all aren't consistently, there we go,
yeah.
consistently working on the project, then it comes the night before it's due, you're gonna just throw something together and you won't get the grade that you expected. But if
Mm,
you consistently work on it each and every day, like after it's assigned, you're gonna have a pretty decent project. Have the PowerPoints done, slides printed, etc. But you'll be able to take your time, plan out each step, and just honestly just work for it, just work towards it. Honestly, just put in the work each day, and like kind of like we always talk about growing at 1%. Like you're consistent with your development, you're consistent with your working out, consistent with your diet, you're gonna
mm,
see changes. Like look at Michael B. Jordan, for instance. He was skinny as mess before.
yeah.
He worked out for over a year. He literally said all the diet was like steak, what is it, like broccoli, like
Mm,
gallon of water, like nothing too crazy. But he had all the basics and working out each and every day. And honestly, y'all see the results of him putting in
I
that work
mean,
every single day.
facts.
But if he didn't put in the work every day, you wouldn't have Killmonger looking how he looked. You wouldn't
Mm,
have him looking how he looked in Creed or even his new movie Without Remorse. Like you wouldn't have those results if they weren't consistently, filming bits and pieces, going back,
facts.
working on that bit and piece, and then being able just to put it out all together collectively. But they're able to look back and see all the work that they put in. That's what truly like hits and connects. When you're able to put out so much content and put out so much work, and you're able to go back and look. Oh, a year ago I was here, kind of like we mentioned like a few weeks ago. Like looking at where you are now compared to where you were a year ago. Like you're in a whole different mindset, whole different work ethic, whole different place in a sense. And you're like, dang, how did I get here? But you're able to see all the work that you put in. Like the
Facts.
biggest thing is just putting in the work, not necessarily for people, but for yourself. And that's
Facts.
going to increase your belief because you're going to see the amount of growth that you're getting each and every day.
That's fact. That's fact. It's crazy. Like literally, it's plain as day. Like you said, Michael B. Jordan. Put in the work. He literally put in the work to play the part. Like literally, like if you think of that in any aspect, that's what you have to do. You have to put in the work to play the part to get what you want to get. Simple as that. Like whatever it is, just put in the work. And it is easier said than done. But if you really want it, then you'll do it. And like I said, that's a constant reminder too. That
Hmm.
like if you really want it, you'll do it. Like you'll do it. You'll get it done. Like simple. You just have to. Like, for some people, this opportunity is no, like for me, like there's nothing else. Like there's nothing else. Like there's nothing. There's no going back. So you might as well just struggle a little bit so that the outcome is great. Like why not? You already struggled before, so you might as well keep struggling for like a little bit. One more year, it could be a couple more days, a few weeks. To be great. So I'll take that any day. A little bit more, just so that in the next year or two, I could be a millionaire. Why not? Why not? Jeez.
Because consistency is more so a mindset instead of an action. Like you have the mindset of wanting something that bad. Like,
Mm,
okay, you want to make, let's say, $40,000 a year, right? You're gonna find a job regardless of whether you work at Home Depot, work
mm,
at Dollar Tree, Walmart, wherever. But you're gonna find another job, another source of income in order to help you get to that 40K. You want to retire your mom, you're gonna put in the work if you want it bad enough. Like you make a choice, and if you want it that bad, no matter like your situation, your circumstances, you're gonna put in the work and get there because it's not hard. Honestly, it starts with you shifting your mind. So instead of worrying about how this is gonna happen, when is this gonna happen, why? That is the true question. Why do you want this to happen? Why do you want to put in the work? Why do you want to, look like Arnold Schwarzenegger right now? Why do you want to work out so hard? Why do you want to create content? Why do you want to have waves? Like, why do you want to be consistent in getting towards this dream? Like, what is your why? That's honestly where it all begins, and no one else can decide that why except for you. And you don't need to let other people deter you from your why. Because if my why right now is to go and run 10 miles, I'm going to be running 10 miles. If I get tired, I'm going to keep going because I told myself I'm running these 10 miles today, getting these 10 miles done today. So I'm going to put in the work, and I'm not going to care if I'm tired. I don't care if my best friends on the side of the road offer me $300 to stop. I'm going to keep running. I'm going to be like, I'll be back. I'll get that. I need it. That's honestly like my goal, my vision is that I want that 10 miles to be done. So it's all about shifting your mindset to know like your why has to be so strong that like it pushes you every single day. And then from there, you surround yourself with the right people, right? Surround yourself with a few other runners. Surround yourself with a few other smart people that, you know, get good grades on the test, that push each other every single day. They have their own group, you know, their Instagram page, social media, they're shouting at each other, reposting each other's stuff, getting that engagement group type of stuff going, right? And then from there, you're putting in the work because you're with the right people. You were already hard working. And now you're like, oh, dang, he's running 20 miles a day. So I need to start running 15. I need to start running 20. I need to start running 30, right? You're just going to surround yourself with the right people, and that's going to feed into you. Because it's all about your environment. Kind of like you mentioned, you're a product of your environment. So if you want to see a change, you have to be the one to make that change. You have to be the change that you want to see.
Facts. That's facts. My bad, my dog's tweaking. Nah, that's facts. So, like what you just said is what, like my pastor said Sunday. Like in order to change, literally word for word, you have to be the change. Like simple as that. But yeah, like you said, it's a mindset thing too. Like once I feel like once you pass that like how would you say it, mind block, I guess that's the word. Once you pass that, once you beat that obstacle, there's nothing stopping you. Because it is just I feel like mental like mental distress is, I feel like that's harder than physical. Because without, like you said, the brain is the most like powerful muscle. So if your brain is like, nah, I'm not doing this today, you're not doing it. Like you physically can't do it. But if you like speak positivity and you actually like, you know, like I was telling my dad was telling me today, he's like, oh, there's life and death in the tongue. So if you speak life, then shoot, you get life. Like anything around you comes to life, whether it's your vision, whether it's the plant that you talked about a few weeks ago, like whatever it is, it comes to life. You have to speak it, believe it, and do it. Simple. Simple as that. You just gotta, those three right there, speak it, believe it, and do it. It's a combination of anything. And also pray about it too. Just pray about it. Praying's good. It works. Trust me. Word. Nah, but definitely. I needed that. Okay. Today was like, I was not feeling it today at all for some reason. And then I was just like, nah, like what? Nah, I can't do that. I can't give up. Not yet. I'll give up when I'm a millionaire. Dude, not yet. It's too soon.
Even then, you
That's
still be
facts.
pushing yourself because you can see like the next level. You be like, dang, such and such doing this. I want to do it too. So it's all
Yeah,
about just developing that mindset. Like that's honestly what it starts with. No matter like your success level, no matter where you are right now in life, if you have the right mindset,
mm-hmm.
you're going as far as you put yourself. Like the only obstacle between you and the next level is you. But
Facts.
kind of like you say, you got to break that mental wall. Like, yeah, like there's a quote that I always like think about sometimes, and it says like life is 90% mental, 10% physical. So it's just everything in life starts with your mind. When you're
Mm-hmm.
driving, walking, what you eat,
Yeah,
now reading,
facts.
you know, procrastinating, that's all mental. Like from there,
Facts.
just putting in the work with your hands. Put in the work.
Facts.
So you just
Big
gotta
facts.
put your put yourself in the right environment mentally, and that'll attract the right people physically.
Facts. That's facts right there. And then I feel like also just touch on your subject a little bit. Like it all starts with your, your senses, your five senses. Sight, smell, touch, taste. What's that one? Feel. But nah, which I feel like what you see, like I feel like somebody said this, but I don't. I'm gonna say it anyway because I don't know. I think they said what you see is what you believe, and what you believe is what you get, or something like that. But it makes sense. I don't know if I just made that up or somebody actually said that. But nah, that's facts though. It's like what you see, like if you can envision yourself successful, then you'll believe it. And if you believe it, then you'll do it. You'll do, like you said, whatever. Once you get past that mental wall, then nothing's stopping you after that. So that's definitely facts right there. Just it's gonna be hard, but you got to do it. If you, like you said, your why has to be strong. And if your why is strong, the reason you're doing it is super strong, then it's over for anything that's in your way. People, whatever, like whatever, whatever's in your way, it's over. Or I pretty much said what I had to say, what I was on my mind. I just had to like say what I thought, because I'm like, yo, there's no way I was thinking about to make a plate of food and that came to me. So I didn't even get it yet. So I texted you. I'm like, yo, bro, let's do this now because I had it on my mind and I knew I'd have forgot it. But I'm like, it's crazy. Like, it is like you said, just do it, be consistent, and continue to fuel your mind, like spiritually, physically. And once you get past that wall, it's over. It's over. It's over. Literally, it's over. Word. You got anything else you want to say?
Um, Not right now. I honestly just want to let everyone know just to stay consistent with whatever you're doing in life, whether you want to be a content creator, whether you want to have waves, you want to be smarter, be in better shape, whether you just want to impact the world, you can do it. You just got to put yourself in the right environment mentally, right? Because once you're in the right environment mentally, you're going to attract those same people. You're going to clean your social media out with all the toxic stuff and all the drama and all that crap, and you're going to just start reading, start personally develop yourself. And then from there, you're just going to be with the right people, because those you're going to surround yourself with those same people who read Bob Proctor, you know, get on the Zoom links, you know, watch the YouTube videos, read, you know, well, not read, but listen to the proper podcasts. So you're just going to be in that right environment. And when you're in that environment, that is when you're going to reach true success. Because it's not all about, you know, oh, I hit this, I hit that. You're looking at the small picture. You got to look at the bigger picture. You want to have your own mansion, you got to start putting in the work to build capital. Then you're going to start building assets. And then from there, you're going to have the income streams in order to get that mansion. But you're not going to be the only one in that mansion. You're going to surround yourself with people, and y'all are going to have a whole neighborhood one day, in a sense.
Facts.
But
Facts,
just put
man.
yourself in the right environment mentally and watch how far you go this year. I promise you, like as I said in my post, 2021 is not over. We have entered the third quarter of the year, and it's time to take over. We're about to close the year out, and it's not too late to start. It's never too late to start. You can start tomorrow. Could have started yesterday. Just stay consistent with what you're working on, and just run the play, man.
Run the play. That's it. Run the play. No, that's fact. You pretty much said everything I was thinking. So basically, if you guys tune into the session, appreciate you. There's gonna definitely be I'm gonna definitely be more consistent. Um, and just gonna, like you said, run the play every day. Believe it, and it's done. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you for coming on live, bro. Um, let's do it. Let's run it. Simple. All right, bro.
All right, man.
All right.